Hey everyone, big hello to you all. We have a late night video today. Just a little bit of a motivational video. Yeah, a motivational video. To be honest, I'm already pretty tired because it's 2 in the morning. Actually, 2:30 in the morning already. Right here, I have the absorber for the X-Tool F2 Ultra again. The machine itself is here. I'm not in the mood to clear everything out right now. I just turn the lights up to the max and that's it. This video will probably be about the truth. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yeah, some people will hear this and say, aha, you rascal. Basically, there are two versions of the truth, right? Truth for the people and truth for the people. But then there's the actual truth. So, regarding this topic of truth, the first truth from my subscribers is that they all say in unison, like a choir, that there's no work, there are no orders.
You're full of it.
Uh huh. Why is that? That's their personal truth, the one they believe in. You're feeding me some total nonsense. But I'll go further and say that probably half of those people are armchair experts who just sit on their couches watching, I don't know, all kinds of TV shows, sipping on beer, starting their workday at 10 in the morning. Morning, yeah, 10 a.m. is already morning for them, and they work until late evening, until 6 p.m., until a very late 6 p.m.
10 or 15 minutes, maybe 5 or 10 past 4, 4 or 5.
Usually these people have prices that are like 10 times higher. How much? 36. I don't get the point, to be honest. I mean, people here say things like, I don't want to work for peanuts. Are you out of your mind, damn it? Yeah, you definitely shouldn't work for peanuts. I agree with that. You're absolutely right. But there's a reasonable limit to the pricing of any engraving.
That's a bold statement. I'm certainly not going to verify it, though.
And from my own experience, from my work, when someone brings you a pen and says they want to charge 1500 rubles for the engraving when it's clearly only 5 minutes of work at most.
10 or 15 minutes, maybe 5 or 10.
Exactly. Yes, there are risks. There are risks everywhere. You could be walking on flat ground, trip, fall, and smash your face, right? So the point is, charging 1500 for 5 minutes and saying, like, oh, look at me, I fooled the whole world. Who knows? But you could work for anything from 300 rubles, say, up to 1500. And then, accordingly, base it on, let's say, the complexity of that particular order. I also put it another way, the price depends directly on how much of an idiot the client is who brings you the order. I mean, I have clients now who bring the orders, and it's just wholesale at this point, even though we started with retail. And these orders, they aren't a burden at all. You just set it up, the machine sits there and engraves. My equipment has been running non-stop for 3 weeks now. But that's not for certain. This is, again, I'll repeat, the JPT-50LP machine. I'm constantly praising it because it's a real workhorse. They're full of it. But there's one more small nuance here. Let's put it this way. Regarding the GPT-50LP, there's truth, more truth, and the ultimate truth. Let's look at those options. Some people aren't gonna like this. When you buy machines like these that are hard to break, really hard, there are specialists, very good specialists, with a very narrow focus who can break these machines in anywhere from 1 to 10 hours. I even know a specialist who worked on a machine for a year and a half in unfavorable conditions. I mean, really unfavorable. Even though I said you shouldn't put it in a garage, you shouldn't put it in a metal shed where it's below freezing in winter and over 100 degrees in summer. Inside that shed. I've warned about this. Some people won't like this information. Even in those unfavorable conditions, the machines lasted for a year and a half. Are you guys kidding me or what? To a psych ward? Are you guys kidding me or what? This is beyond strange. It's exactly 73 degrees in my office right now. For September, that's basically, well, a good indoor temperature. Yeah, just right for the equipment. Actually, I've mentioned that the optimal temperature for these machines is 68 degrees, plus or minus 7 degrees. Unfortunately, nobody listens. But then, of course, those people look for someone to blame. I think they're specialists, very, very specialized experts who manage to break what's practically impossible to break. Moving on. There's a second truth from other people, other subscribers, who share things with me from time to time. But again, how true it is, I don't know. There's no point in lying and no point in deceiving either. It's like this. People write in, say, about the X-Tool F2 Ultra that's here now. I'm filming a video on it, I'm testing it, I'm experimenting with it. And I get the same feedback about the X-Tool F1 machines, the first ones. It was, I think, a 10-watt blue diode and a 2-watt infrared laser. A mediocre machine, but despite all that, even so, I used that machine to engrave glass, which was cool. We did it all with gouache. Man, the quality was cool. Yeah, it was hard to get it right, but it still worked. Second point, on the F1 Ultra, I won't lie, I made a ton of wooden keychains on it, but that's not for certain. A huge amount. Man, I remember it just moving on that carriage, cranking them out nonstop. Yeah, it's a simple machine, a cheap machine. Its equivalent was the laser pecker. Laser Peck never actually sent me any equipment. They kept promising me, saying, "We'll send it, you'll do reviews." In the end, where is it? Nothing from Laserpecker. Now, here's an interesting example. Again, with the X-Tool F1 Ultra. Yeah, probably about 10 people who messaged me privately definitely bought this machine. And the funny thing with these machines is the same story. Yeah, they're expensive. Yeah, they're supposedly useless. But despite that, people worked with them. They still made money. They paid for themselves and they were satisfied. Now for the next stage, it's the same story with these machines, right? I had the F1, then the F1 Ultra, and now I've got the F2 Ultra. And I remember clearly saying that these are hobbyist machines, that they're entry level and don't quite reach a professional standard. But the cool thing is, despite all that, this company actually listens to bloggers from time to time. They make adjustments and release updates constantly, which 90% of our subscribers love. They're always asking, when's the next update? We want the latest version, the newest stuff. Well, here it is, the latest and greatest with new improvements. For years, they had X-Tool Creative Space, and now it's X-Tool Studio. Good for them. It's simple, fast, and intuitive.
Everyone did great. No, for real. It's class. Fucking awesome. Drow it.
There used to be basic functions like this fill or that fill, and it would just blast away at one angle. Now there's an auto rotate feature. Well, gone. I've said many times that the infrared laser they had, or even the fiber one, just wasn't enough. 20 watts is a bit low. It lacks power and doesn't quite cut it. The frequency range was too limited. Now here's a 60 watt MOPA. Great job.
I'll just give him a hand.
Now, about the diode laser, the 20-watt diode seemed to work fine. I really had no complaints about it. I'm not sure why they did it, but they've crammed in a 40-watt blue diode laser. I haven't tested it yet, but I think I'll love it. After using that 60-watt MOPA, I have samples here. Now, I'm not advertising this at all, don't get me wrong. I'm just sharing my personal opinion. I mean, I did some brass work and a standard dog tag at 60 watts. Judging by the specs, it's likely a JPTM7, and it handles things quite well. With a 40-watt diode, I think it'll be even better. For organics and everything else, it should perform perfectly. So, with all these details, when people say different things, you have to draw your own conclusion. Either some people just don't want to work, or others are just really good at it, and they've actually got the skills for it. The truth is, right now, I have machines on my desk that I've positioned poorly. I realize that clearly now. And I have subscribers telling me, "Hey, we sent you material samples, fabrics, stones, plastics, and you haven't engraved them or tested them in a week." I've got an ostrich egg from Crimea that I haven't been able to engrave for 6 months or a year now. It's still just sitting there because I can't seem to find the time for it. And for some reason, people think I'm just sitting around doing nothing. Well, right now, I am doing nothing because 2 machines are busy, and unfortunately, I put 3 machines on one big desk, so they're in each other's way. So I have one machine running on one desk and another one running on a different desk. We're not counting the X-Tool F2 Ultra right now, though I might actually use it to test those samples. That's the truth. I mean, whoever wants to work will find a job.
But that's not for sure.
I have plenty of work. I'm not saying it's like super lucrative or anything, but I enjoy it. Right now, I'll say it again, it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm at work, I like it all, I'm fine with it. Now I'll go home, sleep a bit, come back here to work by 8 o'clock, and keep working again. But I'm fine with all of it. Even if I sometimes break even or sometimes I make a small profit, one thing compensates for the other.
Well, it's tasty. Tasty.
Tasty.
Well, not that it's tasty in flavor, but it's tasty in essence.
There were so many times when I think since the fall of 2024, I've been doing 3D engraving. I was honing it, honing it, just really honing it.
Are you jerking off for real?
Now, a simple mundane thing, I like it. I also have subscribers there who use the laser emboss program on great controllers. They tell you, like, I don't think it works, we can't get it right, everything's turning out bad. So that I could get all these 3D engravings that you see on YouTube, I just wore my hands down to these calluses on.
The right hand jerks off, the left hand jerks off.
My stones and everything else. I wore my hands down for 6 months. I was pounding away with the machine, again on the JPT-50 LP. For 6 months, every day. I even had days where I did like 6 stones in one day. 6 to 7 hours of just engraving went into the stones. Not to mention the parameters, settings, and specs. And there were cases where I just do 2 or 3 stones every day. 2 or 3 stones. For 6 months straight. And after 6 months, seeing the result, I can easily take almost any metal and do a decent 3D engraving on it. Whether it's a coin die, or, I don't know, some brass product, or a titanium product. There's another example, I think. No offense, I'm bad with names. I think it's Sergey from Novosibirsk. I won't name the company, but it's too good. Too good. Same story. The guy sits down, takes a titanium blank. His machines are mostly JPT-50 LP. Mostly, because it's a workhorse that delivers a really good result. With a standard Galvo skier, and starts honing the 3D engraving. 1 day, 2, 3, a week, 2 weeks.
Dak.
What?
Just hitting one spot. After 2 weeks, he shows me the result. It's just gorgeous. A regular machine, a regular guy, regular ESCAD, regular light burn, regular laser emboss. Nothing complicated, everything's the same as everyone else's, but the guy pounds away at one spot for 2 weeks. Think about that. This video is not motivational by any means. I'm not trying to advertise this X-Tool 2 Ultra at all right now. It's just a machine that was really well made. At least for now, I like it because you can actually get work done on it. I didn't really enjoy working on the F1 Ultra as much. They did a good job here. They fixed a lot of things already. Though, again, let's take a look. I just don't know. I don't have F1 Ultra on hand right now to test it, check it, and say that yes, it's just as good. It works now just like the F2 Ultra. Maybe it's all about the software again. Since we have auto rotation now, distribution, and easy toggling of functions, I'll make a separate video to show that. So I'm more or less enjoying working with it now. With this software, there's a certain workflow, some difficulties, but it all works. But compared to the fiber lasers I've used for the last 6 or 7 years, not to mention we started with souvenirs on CO2 machines back in the day. Anyway, you can work on it really, if you have the desire. If there's no work, then work on your own development for the future. Nobody does that. Unfortunately, nobody does that. If there's no work, what does everyone do? They go home, drink beer, watch TV, watch football, and don't do a damn thing else. It's actually a unique story when I go to, like an SDX office. For example, and in that office, I see a jack of all trades who does key repairs and all that, and he's just sitting there, picking his nose. On his phone, football, videos, beer, and he doesn't do anything else.
But that's not for sure.
And I put myself in that master's shoes. I just couldn't sit still for half an hour or an hour. I'd be like this and this and this, because I know that in that time, I could gain more knowledge, learn a new technique, or study new machines and equipment. I still have, for instance, that same Yoshi Mini sewing and embroidery machine.
You can sew, stitch on, and you can mend.
I set it up, worked on it, but I physically don't have time for it. If I have a free minute, I design a layout and send it over for embroidery. I still have a CNC milling machine. I might sell it with a work area of maybe 30 by 30 or 30 by 20. specifically for metal, a cast iron thing weighing over 200 kilograms. I got it in December of last year, and still, I can't get it started to actually work. There's just no time for it physically. People, as I understand it, have a ton of time because they don't have work or something else, so they don't make things happen. Well, my truth is that whoever wants to will earn, and whoever doesn't will just sit there.
Hey, it's tasty.
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 So tasty.
Well, not like it's tasty in flavor, but essentially tasty.
And writing comments like, it's crap, it doesn't work, it's all nonsense, it's all a lie, it's all a scam. So that's how it is. That's it, guys. Night video. I've recorded my opinion for you, told you personally, and shared the truth with you too. The truth is, whoever wants to will make money. Again, I'll say it once more. Back in the day, a wise old man came to visit me. He came to visit me. Yeah. And the funny thing was, he explained one thing to me. Don't chase money. Money will catch up with you on its own. Chase knowledge and what you actually enjoy. And wise people have told me this more than once. You just need to really listen to that, analyze it, and stop stressing about money. There's always work out there. It doesn't matter what you do. Like, I recently went to visit some friends, and we were just doing nothing. I put my phone away, and my hands were just itching to do something. I can't just sit around. I grabbed a shovel and went to dig a hole for the fish. So all the fish would gather in that hole in the lake, you know? But I saw people coming to relax. They have music, dancing, disco, beer, vodka, barbecue, jumping over the bonfire, as they say, getting a wax. Though, thinking back to when I saw this in the village, when the neighbor had a disco in the evening, and the neighbor lady is running, jumping over the fire, it's really cool. I'm not jealous at all. I was just in shock. Alright guys, as always, I wish you all the best, lots of cash, and as they say, plenty of engraving. I don't just say all the best and lots of cash for no reason, because there's one thing. Unfortunately, we live in a world where money is everything. Because we go to the market and buy food with money, we buy fuel with money, we pay for our office, the light bulbs, all this damn lighting with money. By the way, regarding the machine, just so no one thinks otherwise, I wasn't paid for this at all, so I can say whatever I want and tell the whole truth about this machine. So since I wasn't paid, I'm completely free in how I talk about this equipment, which is a huge plus. I was watching some videos once. If he sees me, I hope he leaves a comment. Toolbox. Damn, I really like it. Laser Pecker. It's the new iPhone of phones. It's a cool machine. They sent him an X2 F1, I think, or an F1 Ultra. I think it was the F1. And he's like, it's better than an iPhone. It's the best iPhone among iPhones. Damn. To be honest, my conscience won't let me talk like that on video, saying it's a cool machine, a super cool machine, and all that. Well, I'm telling it like it is. It has its flaws. It definitely has certain flaws. This one here also has certain flaws, by the way. I'm gonna write to the factory about these flaws. I'll write to the company, and they'll have to fix them. I'll tell everyone about them too, get it? They say there are no secrets here, really. And just so you know, I'll say it again for everyone watching this video, the X-Tool F1. F1 Ultra, F2 Ultra. Not a single penny for these machines was paid to me. Yes, they provided the equipment so I could test it, look at it, work with it, use it, do whatever I want with it, break it, smash it, take it apart, whatever I want, but not a penny was paid, so this will be the truth. It's always been the truth. Now, with the F2 Ultra, the situation's a bit more interesting. Honestly, it's a total mind blower for me, because why did they... Man, they made everything so much better than the F1 Ultra. It was... I don't know. But I get it. Subscribers will probably start messaging me about these machines now. Some people already have them. They've bought this equipment. They can't figure it out. I'll post all the templates only on Telegram because that's the easiest way. I just upload it, label it, and forget it. Everything related to posting templates on Google Drive before 2022 is gone. People are messaging me now like, where are the links? Where's this? Where's that? Sorry guys, no more links. There won't be any, because it all breaks. With the index disk, it's the same problem. All those links that were posted for Yandex Disk, from Yandex Disk, they're all broken and don't work. Anyway, peace and prosperity to all. Please think about yourselves, your behavior, and draw your own conclusions. Maybe in this life, if everyone worked like me, not motivated by, well, not even by money, thank you. Anyway, when you only think about money, if everyone thinks not just about money, but about growth and really gets into making things, just as a way, let's say, to find motivation and enjoyment. The world will change a lot, believe me. Life will be interesting and growth will be interesting. I have examples where I take on an engraving just for fun, just because I'm interested.
Yeah.
And then, man, it brings more pleasure and more profit than when you just show up and say, this will cost 3,000 rubles, this will be 5,000, this will be 10,000. I'm quoting these high prices sometimes now, specifically on Avito, just to ward off all those people.
Who are you people? I didn't invite you. Get the hell out of here.
Seriously, there are so many orders and I don't want to fight for them. I have a workload for one machine, a workload for the second one, I do. And right here, the X tool, F2 Ultra workload, and another one that I honestly need to test right now. And again, I'll tell you, I don't want to push you into this at all, but for example, my X tool F1 did a great job with keychains, specifically the wooden beach ones. Back in the day, I bought a bunch of them, like 20,000 of those keychains, and I was shipping out a huge amount. So the X-Tool F1 Ultra handled it absolutely awesome. It really did. For instance, I had this task for wholesale orders involving cork coasters. It was just like a dream, really. With this conveyor belt, I just toss them in and it rolls them out, they pile up, you pick them up, pack them and ship them. It was fire. It took, I think, about 10 or 15 seconds for a single engraving. But even so, man, that conveyor belt just kept pumping them out, one after another. It was cool. By the way, we'll find its specialty here too. What it does better than all the others, we'll definitely find that. And again, I'll probably set it up for some wholesale work so it just keeps going and going and going and going. That's going to be my motivation. So, alright guys, to everyone, as they say, bye. I won't go on about goodness, money, and all that. Peace out, everyone. Let's the phones on a little cart so we can ride around a bit. Everyone thinks I'm just sitting here chilling. I actually have a couch here. For work, there's a separate kitchen over there and a separate powerful computer we invested in. I put a ton of money into it. So, has it paid for itself? Not even once, and it probably won't, most likely. But then again, it was an investment where I expected it to pay off within 6 months. It's been, I think, 3 months now, if I'm not mistaken. And this computer has brought in 5,000 rubles in income. That's it. I'm not upset at all right now. I'm not trying to say that, Well, it worked out or it didn't. I'll just give my personal opinion that basically it's an experience. The experience of understanding that technology moves forward, and even a modern high-end computer that costs nearly 300,000 rubles doesn't guarantee that it'll bring you income or any profit. But again, you can't sit on 50 chairs with one butt. Seriously?
Come over here, baby.
Here's a little candy for you to enjoy.
Uncle Petya, the circumference of her buns is a whole 244 centimeters. And working on one machine, then a second, then a third. Filming videos about the X-Tool F2 Ultra, it's tough. And even more so, sitting here at the computer and generating images, videos, and all that, it's even harder because you have to find free time, Unfortunately, there's not much time. Alright guys, wishing everyone, as they say, a good mood. And off we go. Damn, my entertainment's just crazy.